Hey everyone, this is PrinceBrightstar, and welcome back to Phantasy Star Zero. My goodness, it has been a long time since we checked in on this series here. It's been over a year, actually, so we are definitely just going to be picking up right where we left off from that, though. So, let's just go ahead and hop right in here. So, we need to take on a quest here. And this quest is called Artifacts. And the description on this says, investigate the forgotten city of Paru. Search also for a cast body. And then I guess everybody's just gonna be selected for the quest automatically here. Alright, Oblivion City, Paru. So this is a real ruin site. Civilization before the Great Blank. It's falling apart. I know. I'm scared to breathe on anything for fear it will crumble to dust. I take it this is your first time? Yes, I've read about ruins in books, but they never went into much detail. It's amazing, and enormous. You could fit a whole city in here and have room to spare. What could possibly have happened to demolish something this big? Nobody knows. We're all so in the dark. We couldn't come up with a better name than the Great Blank. Kind of pathetic. But maybe it won't be long until we learn. Let's head on in. Right. Come on, Brightstar. Hey, Wolfric. Kai, might I ask you a question? What's up? Sarissa and Brightstar exhibit a curiosity towards the Great Blank. That explains their willingness to risk the dangers involved in coming here. You don't appear to share their enthusiasm for uncovering the past. Why come along? Surely you are aware of the risks. Don't get me wrong. I'm just as curious as the next guy. But I do see where you're coming from, and I can't say you're totally off base. I'm just not that into ruins. Sorry, I guess I'm being kind of roundabout in my answer. Look, you know the Hunter's Creed, right? Well, that's why I'm here. I mean, I'm kind of the one looking out for Sarissa and Brightstar, making sure they're safe. So you came here for them. You do seem to have taken on an almost parental role with them. But the Hunter's Creed? The one that states that all people are brothers? I'd always thought of it as an unwritten rule that we need all cooperate to help one another survive. It hardly seems reason enough to risk the danger of coming to a place such as this. How do I explain it? It hasn't been that long since you woke up again, right? That is correct. It has been just over a year. Then take it from me as someone who's been around longer than you have. I used to think looking out for number one was the only sane way to live. My first response to any quest was, okay, what's in it for me? Helping other people was like a side effect. Well, I hit a rough patch, and it made me change the way I saw things. I decided to give working for other people a try, and dang if things weren't a lot more rewarding that way. But I guess that's no big surprise. Any fool knows it feels good to help people out. It just took me a while to get there. I felt a different kind of satisfaction at doing my job than I ever had before. So I kept at it, and here I am. This is where all that's let me. If it hadn't, I'd be kicking back at home right about now, doing anything but babysitting those two crazy kids. More rewarding to work for others. I see. How fascinating. You suppose the day will come when I'll learn to feel the same? Count on it. But first, we need to find you a body. You won't be doing much work for anybody as just a head. Captain Reddix, good of you to tune in here. And you're surprised I'm playing Phantasy Star Zero here? Alright, the city's secret. People once lived beneath the city. It's an open secret. Have they all forgotten? Alright, so we got some new enemies in front of us here. Let me grab my Chrome Carbine. Guess that'll do a bit more damage here. One of them is called a Obama. And for any of you watching this series for the first time, this is, obviously this is much higher quality graphics than you would typically see out of the Nintendo DS here. I'm using a very special version of Desmume called X432R, which basically increases the internal resolution by up to 4 times. And yeah, like I said, Wolfric, this is on the DS here. But I do also have the physical cartridge as well. As I've mentioned in the past, the reason why this took me so long to even get started in the first place was because the Nintendo DS, way back in the day, I always had issues with my hand cramping up, and that I could never get through a full run without that happening to me. So this is sort of one of the games I know basically what the overarching story is, but I don't know the particulars of this story. And so this is as much as it is my first time playing, as it is sort of a reinforcement of what I've learned over the years. Nice job, Brooks. Yeah, I came out with an A rank as well. Got an enemy here called a Bolix here. I guess this is kind of taking the idea of a box turtle to the next level here. Got some sort of a mech here as well, the Isharak S6. Seems to be throwing out some, I don't know, some bombs that aren't going off. Oh my goodness, my inventory is full. Alright, so we're gonna have to do something about that here real quick. Alright, so what can I get rid of? I want to hang on to these weapons so I can feed them to my mag. The Grow Shower is, I think a special weapon if I remember correctly. We'll get rid of the Carbine. I want to hang on to that Heat Iron Rifle, because that has a better photon art for taking down bosses. We'll get rid of the Dark Gun Braver, the Twin Carbines, the Cannons, and Tarlakion, thank you for the follow there. Also get rid of the Chrome Rod and the Wand, the Ice Tack, the Chrome Wand. as well as the common armor and the normal frame. And I guess we'll get rid of the techniques as well, since I can't use those anyway. By the way, does he have anything new for me? Doesn't look like it. And let me just throw the Grow Shower in the bank here. As well as the Photon Drop and the Mono Grinders. Alright, and then lastly is the Mag. And we're gonna feed it these swords. There we go, level 12. Alright, back to the mission. Yeah, this game is basically a sequel to the original Phantasy Star Online series. Taking place quite a number of years after. Hey, a Trimate. Those are pretty rare to come by. Gotcha, Wolfric. Aha, I knew there were enemies around here somewhere. So the reason for the screen division is because this is a Nintendo DS game, and so the Nintendo DS has two screens, and so that's why the main game screen is on the left, and then what would be the bottom screen is what's on the right. Let's not spoil that just yet. I might have made mention to it in the past, I can't remember it. Like I said, it's been over a year since we last actually took a look at this series. What we do know is that as a prototype for this game, they basically remade Phantasy Star Online for the DS. And if we had not gotten this game, we probably would have gotten that instead. Oh, a 4-star rarity wand. Not like we can do anything with that, but that might sell well at least. A lot of the sound effects were sort of unified around this time, so I'm not surprised that you're hearing some sound effects like that. But this game was only ever released on the Nintendo DS, so I don't know if it would ever be possible to do like an HD texture for something like this. But at least we can increase the internal resolution of the game to at least make the characters and enemies themselves look as good as they can. Well, thank you very much! Always appreciate hearing something like that. bad on that photon art there. Again, that one is good for doing a spread of enemies, but not so much if you're trying to hit a single target. That's why I was hanging on to that other rifle. I appear to have been set on fire. You know what? Let's go under tactics here, and let's say safety first. At least then we might get Sarisa healing us a little bit more often. There we go. Thank you very much. Yep, I kind of figured that. Good to see you in the stream here. A couple of those mechs again here. I can use them as like a buffer for those bullets. Got even more pop up here. My goodness, even the frogs around here, or the Pobamas, as they're called, can throw out, like, little grenades or frags or something like that. Oh yeah, I played Phantasy Star Universe, and in fact, I already have a complete series for that game. I'm still working on one for Phantasy Star Universe Ambition of the Universe. Well, the targeting in the game is not automatic. I mean, it'll put a reticle over, but I still have to aim manually. And considering I'm just doing this with a keyboard, well, you can imagine the troubles that come with that. But it's the only way I've found that actually works for me with this game, since back in the day I played Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst with keyboard only as well. And pretty much everything just kind of came right over from that. Oh yeah, and then if it says guard there, that just means the game doesn't like you taking advantage of the environment to get an advantage on enemies. Which is a shame, because they can hit you, but you can't hit them under those circumstances. I mean, it's not that bad using the keyboard, to be honest. It's, I've got the directional arrows for my movement, and then ASDF for my main buttons. In a way, it's sort of like a reverse Neo Geo style. Ooh, Krantz level 5. Can't use that. Alright, so far we picked up 2 ID cards. Normally it would be, but I'm actually an old school gamer from back in the day, so DOS Doom used to be directional arrows. And then I want to say it was maybe spacebar that was your attack? I might have that wrong, though. Oh, I'm confused. Thank you, Sarissa. Oh, those shots go right through everybody. Okay, so those are piercing. Yeah, those were sort of the dark ages, but what can I say? DOS still had some pretty good games back then. I don't know if I ever made mention of a game called Fated Realms Unlimited Adventures. That was sort of one of the earliest campaign makers that you could make for D&D. I'm gonna head over this direction first, just because I think typically ID cards will hold off sort of where the next section of a map is, so I want to make sure I clear things out over here first. These guys, they're really using the boxes to their advantage because they take so little damage. It's like 1 damage if we hit them. Ooh, let me try firing this thing off. Alright, that did like a 4, I think. Wolf, I agree with you there about WASD, and I think that was a real shame, because the reason that controllers were put on the left in the first place was back in the age of when arcades were around, and it was done so that player movement wasn't as precise as it could be, at least if you were right-handed. Arcades wanted to do everything that they could to make sure that you lost at the game, so that was one of the tricks that they did back in the day. They basically reversed what you would have expected the controls to have been. So I agree, if WASD had never happened, we probably would still be using arrow keys to this day. Although I suppose also, thinking about it some more, there's also the fact that you've also got the, you've also got your mouse as well. So, I don't know. I doubt right-handed players would have ever started using a mouse in the left hand. Who knows, maybe we'd be using the side mouse buttons as sort of like forwards, backwards, or something. Those tough guys drop a ton of experience when they go down. Exactly. So it's basically ingrained in the gaming culture now. But like gaming controllers players might have been using sticks on the right side, or D-pads on the right side, had that never happened. And Captain Radix, no, I can't say I've ever heard of Revenge of the Mutant Space Bats of Doom. I did pick up what was called D-Zone back in the day, which just had a bunch of additional maps for Doom. Alright, let's check out this path. Alright, so it looks like both paths now have ID card requirements. I guess we'll just play it as is, and if necessary, I'll turn back around so I can check out that that one room that I skipped over a little while back. Can't say I've ever heard of that one either. Alright, let's see what we got behind these. This looks like a midpoint, so I actually am going to turn around and check out that room I missed. Sounds like an interesting concept. Although I think I've also heard of some, what's the word I'm thinking of? I think I've also heard of a virus that works similar to that, where shooting the different files just deletes them. Come on, you two, get in the battle. Alright, so at least the detour wasn't that long here. Hey, escape doll, I'll take that. Brigandine armor? Oh my goodness, that is quite the jump there. And it's 4 slots. Oh wow, okay, I'll take it. That is like the drop of drops. At least I think, for like normal. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what, I'll still say that, because a 4-slot armor, that is gonna be a rare thing. Yeah, that's one of the things that's very common throughout the series. A lot of the item drops do have the same names over time, and that's one of the ways that we're able to connect some of the games together, even outside of like cutscenes and things like that. It's also how some people have connected Phantasy Star Online to Zillion, but we're not going to get into that here. Alright, so that was a full restore. About how much farther, Ogi? I'd say we're about halfway there. Why, are you tired? Well, yeah, do you have any idea how heavy you are? Your head needs to go on a diet, man. Just rolling along. Ooh, I like the way you think. His head's all lumpy, though. It'd be more effort to chase it all over the place. Hey, Lasek. You guys, are those dead bodies? They're not, right? Are they? Looks like part of a cast to me. The metal plate you're standing on is likely from a cast exoskeleton as well. It's not particularly unusual. This place was once a city. It follows that it was inhabited at one point, no? Well, yes, but still, there are just so many of them. It's not pretty, I'll give you that. All the more so if you're not used to it. Hey, is this? What? Hey, what are you doing? Excuse me. I'll thank you not to throw me around, Kai. Oh, sorry, buddy. I just thought I saw a foot there. A foot? Hold on just a sec. There could be a... Aha! A cast body. And it's more or less in one piece. Really? If the body's intact, it is possible the cast is merely still in stasis. Ah, Captain Radix, if they had done that, we would have needed Hildebrand in there as well. Well, Ogi? No, the head is lost beyond repair. I'm afraid this one is gone. I'm sorry. The body may still be functional. I'm sorry, but could I ask you to place me up against the neck socket? The neck? Wait, are you just going to steal this corpse? Is that really okay? I know this person's not using it anymore, but still, it's their body, right? A cast essentially exists as a head. Our relationship to our bodies is like yours to your clothes. In that respect, the style might not be a great fit here, but I'm in no position to be choosy. I suppose not. I can see why you'd feel weird, Sarisa, but the fact of the matter is that this guy's not waking up again. Don't you think he'd be happy to know that his body is helping someone else? I know I'd feel that way. I guess you're right, yeah. I'd rather it be used than just lying here. Then let's do it. So how do we do this? There should be a button on his back. Press that. Right. Just like that. Slowly now. Perfect. Now just slide me into the neck aperture. There. What's wrong, Ogi? Are you alright? I'm fine. Thanks, kindly partner. Partner? What's happened to you? You seem less than fine. Are you sure you're alright? Darn tootin', little missy. I'm A-okay. We cats have a little thing called sub-memory stored in our bodies, see? That gizmo floods the memories of any new inhabitants with data that can cause some nasty little errors. That sounds incredibly dangerous. Aw, tain't nothing dangerous about it. At least not this time. Most of the sub-memories are gone anyway. Language circuits fried like a leg of Aunt Bessie's chicken. But who gives a hoot, am I right? At least I can walk. Body's been hit with the old ugly stick a few times, but beggars can't go choosing now, can they? I'm just glad I don't have to lug your head around anymore. Actually, scratch that. How long before you start talking like a normal person again? If you don't pay it, no, never mind. It's not like it'll hurt your car. I'm asking because it does hurt. I feel like my ears are crying. Plus, it's just creepy. It's not you. I know, partner. Humans are all about heart, right? Well, don't you worry your precious little head. I'm still me. Won't take 2 shakes for me to sort out this language, bud. But, so try not to get your britches in a knot till then. So does that mean this cast spoke that way back when he was alive? I reckon so, missy. Seems from what sub-members left, he was treated like a real odd customer. People said he was linear and a coon dog. Wait, you mean everyone else didn't talk the same way? Of course not, that's just bonkers. And kind of a relief. Well, if only your talking parts are broken, let's keep moving. I'm happy to be rid of the extra baggage. You know, I never did proper thank you for carrying me all this way, Ka. That was mighty decent of ya. No problem. You'd have done the same, although my head's lighter, and would have talked less. You're back in business as a hunter now. You can pay me back by helping us handle some hostiles. You betcha, partner. I was not expecting to have to pull out my southern accent there. Oh my goodness, we got a big 8. Yeah, I played Epic Pinball back in the day. I played a series of 4 pinball tables, and if I remember correctly, I got them through a promotional offer that Blockbuster was doing back in the day. And yes, that Blockbuster, the one that did the... Oh my goodness, that was a lot of experience. The Blockbuster that used to rent tapes and DVDs and games. Let's see, I think one was Enigma, and then another was the Android board. I'm not sure what the other 2 were called. Let's see, we've come a long way. Perhaps it's something to celebrate, but I feel sick. Am I the only one? Well, that's a cryptic message. Oh, and speaking of, Ogie has a body now. That's the biggest thing of that moment. Whoa, ho! Hold on there, little doggies. Could that be any more obnoxious? What is it? Don't get all ornery on me now. I'm just done and found an interesting little tidbit in this here sub-memory of mine. The secret of the Great Blank? Wouldn't that be a hoot if it were true? I'm afraid not, little missy. So what'd you find? An old map. Just might give us a clue or 3 about where to go looking for new ruins. That's a nice find. New ruin sites means more chances to dig up stuff that'll make life easier for everyone. You got it. What's the map of? This area? Well, actually, I don't rightly know. Old as it is, there's bits of data missing. You know, I kind of wonder what the Japanese script for this looked like. If this character was using just a different dialect from a different region of Japan. It'll take me a lick to figure it out. There's no rush. Why don't you do it later? We're here to check out that machine with Brightstar on it now, right? There'll be plenty of time after we get back to the city to piece together that map. If new spots turn up to explore, the 4 of us can head out again. Yes, that makes sense. None of us is going anywhere. We can take all the time we need. I reckon you're all right. I'll take it on away for later then. Personally, I wish you'd make fixing that speech effect your top priority. Bothers you that much, cowboy? I've been thinking it actually ain't that bad. Gives me some character. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a little bit distracting. Well, it'll have to be alongside all the roaming and wrestling, but I'll put a brush on her. Y'all just sit tight. Wrestling? He really just called combat with bloodthirsty creatures wrestling? Gotcha, okay, so there is some sort of like a dialect like that. And I can't say I've ever played Jill of the Jungle. But yeah, it's definitely nice to have another, I guess in this case we're just gonna have to call it a body. I really can't call it a meat shield, can I? To take damage where I don't want to. At least the AI in this game is decent enough where Sarisa at least does heal the party when needed. Side-scroller Duke Nukem. I remember... I don't think I ever actually played that. I played like a Duke Nukem-like game, like, what was it called? I think it was Blakestone or something like that. Oh, my inventory is full again. So, we're gonna make ourselves a little, trip back to town. Oh my goodness, Ogie is wearing on me here. Let's see what I've got in the inventory here. Oh yeah, look at that. Magic processor. That definitely increases MST by quite a bit there. I'm surprised that my character can actually use that thing. But it is a wand type, so I don't think I'm going to be able to really make much use of it. Let's see. Oh, I picked up a slicer, apparently, as well, so I'll have to give that a try. But no new gun from what I can tell. Whoops, did not mean to back out of that. Alright, so we'll get rid of the scale armor. And, oh my goodness, that Grant's level 5 gives you quite a bit of Meseta here. Huh. I was hoping to get another rifle here if I could. There is a gun blade. I think maybe what I'll do is before the boss of this area comes up, I'll try coming back into town one more time. I do have the telepipes to do that. As for units, yeah, I'm not really seeing anything that's useful here. Now, this magic processor doesn't sell as much as I was hoping for, but at least it'll sell. Oh, that's why it's more expensive. This has the level 2 heart element on it, but I don't think that's going to do anything for me, so I'll get rid of that as well. I'll keep the Dark Iron Cutter and see how that works out. Alright, and then we can feed this Dio Caliber. And then let me just restock my moon atomizers. Alright, I think that's it for now. I did want to take a look at that spear that I picked up, the Iron Lance. I don't know, maybe it'll work. Oh, that's actually not bad. Oh my goodness, that monkey has a gun. Or, what is this cloud? Throughout the tank. Throughout tank? Hey, level up. So, level 16 now. Oh, you're the thing that's hitting us. Alright, so that might be useful in, close combat. What about the other one? Combo! I don't know what to make of this. Yeah, I don't think that's working as well as I was hoping. That's a shame. Ever since PSO, I've been looking for a well-designed slicer. I just haven't been able to find it. Or at least one that works similarly. Alright, so it looks like we got 3 directions to go here. Any preference on which way I go? Ace Photon Point. Increases max photon points by 10. Alright, so I'm gonna head north then. I will say the way these machines' bullets pierce through is pretty annoying. I at least do like how the AI is working here for my partner. So after Ogi, if we happen to come across anybody else that's a technique user, I may grab them instead of Ogi. Ooh, that's gonna hurt Sarisa. This ape has to have priority. My goodness, could you imagine if a rock bear was given a gun in PSO2? I guess maybe a crag bear in New Genesis. I mean, I know they were given one in Phantasy Star Nova, but that was thanks to the Machians. Most efficient way to gain clusters, while solo? I think your best option is to go with rank 1 enemies in that case. But it's better if you can find a dedicated group once you're actually inside. Although, you're probably not going to find that until you get to the Zadnor area, if you're not there yet. And what's a mag doing on the ground? Actually, that's common for from PSO. It's a shame you can't find them lying on the ground anymore in PSO 2 and forward. The only thing I can really say is maybe see if you can, see if you're able to maybe jump in with a party, like... Oh, that looks like the end of the area. Okay, let's turn around real quick. Let's check out what we missed before. Well, even, what rank are you currently, Radix? Okay, so I think you've got 2 zones open in that case. So, what I found worked the best for me was to stay in that middle area and try to grab whatever fates that I could that were close by. So you're gonna have like 5 or 6 that are gonna be kind of right in that area there that you can probably get to fairly quickly. The other thing that you can hopefully do is maybe at least get into the critical engagements, where you don't have to run around to get into those. Oh, that's not good. Thank you, Sarissa. They typically don't. Clusters are usually just from the normal enemies in the area. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I need to go this way. Yeah, this doesn't look familiar. Thank you for the D-band there, Kai. Yeah, if I'm being honest, I'm kind of surprised you're trying to do that when we got Endwalker coming not too long from now. And that gear would be kind of irrelevant at that point. Gotcha, okay. grab the loot from this room. But overall, this area has actually seemed to be fairly easy to get through. Oh, my inventory is full again. Let me see what's in the next room. A dead end. Okay. Alright, photon drop. Alright, so I need to make another trip back to town. Just to clear this inventory again. Drop all this in. Don't need that Zond in the trunk, though. And I did say I was going to come back to town to check the gear that this guy has. Get rid of the Iron Ripper, get rid of that Iron Lance, and the Double Edge. Light Chrome Gun. Clear Pulse. Oh, okay, so that's a stronger rifle then. Get rid of these cutters since those are just not working for me. Oh, this mag comes with 20 points in mind already built in. Okay. What else you got? Well, he's got some new cannons, but from what I remember, laser cannons were not that good for rapid response. Oh my goodness, that looks like an upgrade beyond the one I got before. And that's even further an upgrade. What? Okay, so this one has slightly lower ATA, but it's got a much higher attack power. 44% as well. I guess I could give it a try. I mean, I'm not... They don't have anything better for me here, in terms of guns. Well, I could get a higher powered handgun, but that's... What's the point? Yeah, okay. Since I am able to equip it, I'll go ahead and grab one of these. And we'll see how that does. Who knows? Might actually work for the boss. And it was already doing a bigger attack earlier. than I was expecting. Alright, so let me see here. Mag... defeated that. Alright, we can at least get rid of the chrome carbine. What does this have? Wipeout? Okay, yeah. Definitely get rid of the chrome carbine. Alright, and if I go under tactics here... say synchronize photon blasts. That way I can pop that. Whoops. Alright, now there was one more path we needed to check. And then we'll be able to move on to the boss. That being if there even is a boss here. It was this way, I think. Yep, here we go. Oh, that's nice. It even has the ability to confuse enemies, it looks like. And this is actually doing double-digit damage against those boxed enemies. Nice! I know that there are some players in the original PSO, the way they would play like a ranger-type class was they would basically play it as a hunter that was more accurate. And even I did that from time to time, so... I do want to call this a valid strategy here as well. Especially considering the disparity in the damage that's being done here. Thank you, Sarisa. Alright, so it looks like this is the last room here. Yeah, it sucks that that part of the grind is that bad in Bajna, but thankfully, once you're able to get yourself into the Castrum and into the Delubrum, it becomes less of an issue now. mean, the other thing that you could do is just try saying in general chat in Bajra there, asking if there are any groups specifically that you can join up with, so that way, even if you don't get there in time, if you can at least get like one hit off, you can still get full credit since the rest of the team participated. Alright, so looks like that's it. Let's make our way over to where that boss area is now. Or if that's just a story scene. I keep assuming that it's a boss area, and it's... I would expect that there would be some sort of a boss. Have you tried jumping into another instance of Bajra just to see? So let's see, that room was supposed to be around here somewhere, I think. There it is. Alright, I'll take that heal point. Something wrong. I keep getting these weird coughs. He doesn't, so it must not be from the pollution. Okay, so... that at least indicates that there was something going on in this city where people were getting sick. But not everyone was. Granted, we know that there were casts here, so maybe the casts were fine? This would be the one. The video inside of this here doohickey's got you in it, Brightstar. I've never seen anything like it. How does it work, Ogie? Tain't nothing too hard, missy. I done it once before. I'll have it up and running for you in a skinny second. And that should do her. Image should pop up over yonder in 2 shakes. Oh wow, that does look just like you, Brightstar. I can see why Ogie and Nicholas would be surprised. What do you suppose Brightstar's fighting here? It's not a cast. I guess you'd call that a robot? I reckon so. It sure ain't no cast I ever saw. I'm so impressed with the whole projected image thing. They have some wild technology back before the blank. Judging from how banged up the metal is, I'd say about 200 years a good estimate age-wise. The videos are mighty fuzzy in spots. I reckon the machine's busted a bit, but at least she's still running. Any other machines here work? I don't know, but I'll bet you dollars to dumplings there's other machines like this around. Some may still work. This place may not be just videos, neither. Could be all sorts of good stuff lying around in here. Like a machine that can fix the way you talk? Oh please, oh please. Although the twang has gotten lighter, think you've about worked it out of your system, Ogie? I reckon it won't be long now, missy. Figure I'll kinda miss it once it's gone. Maybe I'll save it for... never, ever again. Look, there aren't any hostiles around, so can you get it taken care of already? Alright, cowboy, simmer down. Ah, that should do it. There, back to boring old Ogie. Are you happy now? You have no idea. It's like a nail through my skull's been yanked out. Wait, that doesn't sound good. I fail to see how something as minor as an accent could be such an issue. You humans are inscrutable at times. Anyway, now that that's taken care of, let's take a look around. Yes, I'm curious to see what other Everyone, get back! Phew, that was a close shave. A lightning technique. No, no! You again. Captain Reeve. You'll pay for destroying my body. Sarissa, this has gone far enough. I demand an explanation. Reactivating a ruined site side by side with these lesser beings? That is precisely the opposite of your mission. Sarissa? Captain Reeve, I know we were taught that people living on the surface were beneath us. And humans are the ones who turn this planet into the wasteland. But they're spending time together with them, talking with them. I've learned that's just not true. I mean, it is true that they have their faults. We all have our failings. But they're a lovely people. The humans are working with the cast, helping them survive without their memories. They've built a life together. I can't accept that they're inferior to us in any way. Then you claim the world simply annihilated itself? Who could have brought this destruction but humans? I don't know. Of course you don't. You've merely deluded yourself into accepting an impossibly sentimental dream. There can be no mistake in the words of our benevolent mother. But Captain, have you seen their cities? Bursting at the seams with life and joy and energy. How could a people who create such a home for themselves have destroyed their world? What, you say? You believe the sacred teachings of our life-giving mother to be wrong? Is this so? No, I would never say that, but it doesn't make sense. That's why we should be exploring their society. It's plain to see they've tainted you. Small loss. You've fallen from an incompetent failure to a traitor. Oh yeah, Rux, I get that already. Hey, bucko. I don't know who you are, but I'm not about to let you talk to her like that. Oh, you're going to ignore me here? I'm just so far beneath you, huh? Ugh, I've seen better manners on hostiles. Quite mouthy for a subordinate species. But no matter. I can forgive a few ill-considered words, given the fact that none of you will be leaving this place. Yeah, there's a big meaning behind Mother. And frankly, anybody that had played any of the prior Phantasy Star series would have spotted it immediately. Captain, please. I think now is the time when we should be joining hands with the surface people, working with them. If we learn the truth of what happened, we can make sure it never happens again. All of us, together. Silence! You can join your human and caste compatriots in slumber, here in these ruins for all time. What's going on? I'm just gazing at the broken machinery. I'm afraid it's gone, Brightstar. For now, we need to concentrate on the task at hand. Ah, duo in terms of a boss here. Well, I just sent out my photon blast, but unfortunately the camera was in the way. Or rather, something was in the way of the camera there. Yeah, that could work, Radix. I'm trying to focus on this one, since this one doesn't seem to dive into the ground, and that's what's causing that slowing effect. Let's see what its photon is like. Kind of like Dust Majara. Whoop. Wrong button. Sarisa. I will say the range of the first attack does leave something to be desired. Alright, down they go. And yeah, Rooks, I believe you're correct on that one. No, impossible, impossible. Not to these creatures, these maggots. Captain Reeve, please, please, just listen to me. I see. Humans, Cass, Newmans. It appears the races form more than the sum of their parts together. This is dangerous. I'll have to report back immediately. No, please, just wait a minute. Captain Reeve, please. Traitor. Lesser creatures, I doubt we shall meet again. I look forward to watching you wither away on this shriveled planet. Hey, Sarisa, how about we put an end to all the secrets? Oh, Kai, You're right. I should have done this a long time ago. Brightstar, Kai, Ogi, I'm not human. I'm a Newman. An extinct race, at least here on the surface. Newmans? That's something I didn't expect to find here. I thought none had survived. I'm sorry for not telling you. It doesn't matter. Even if you had, I probably wouldn't have believed it. I mean, you may as well have said you were a dinosaur. Newmans are the stuff of legends. So what else? I get the feeling there's more to this story than just that. I'm not going to press you. You know that by now. But are you really sure you want to keep it in any longer? Are you really okay with that? No, I'm just not... I need time. Just a little more time, I swear. Just give me time to steel myself for it. Time to really think of what's right and wrong. What I really believe. And there are other people who should hear this too. Let's head back to the mayor's office. I'll tell everyone everything there. If you're sure, that sounds good. I can't think of a better place to speak in private. Alright, quest cleared. Looks like I might still be using this spear for a while then. Alright. Yeah, the ears are definitely a huge giveaway about the Newmans. And yeah, we'll go ahead and save the game. Yeah, Radix, that's been a problem for most of the content in Final Fantasy XIV. If you're not in that first group, you typically get left behind. Alright, we got 2,500 Meseta from that. And, like Sarissa said, let's go speak to the mayor. Ogi, you found yourself a new body. Indeed, I'm eager to start working off the time I was out of commission. The specs are less than ideal, but they should be adequate for me to continue work as a hunter. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you, all of you, for your help. Let's put the praise parade on hold, Mayor. We've got something that needs reporting ASAP. Radix, I don't think so. You're just gonna have to get those clusters together to get the riding maps, unfortunately. If you're... Either that, or just stand where the fates typically pop. Like, if a fate hasn't been in an area for a while, just kind of stand there and see if maybe it does pop for you. Coming from you, that makes me nervous. What happened? Tell him about Reeve. Thanks, Brightstar, but I can do it. I mean, please, let me tell him. I've kept this to myself for too long. All records hold that the Newman race died out centuries ago. It's a marvel to discover that they're still alive. But to think I'd been conversing with one all along. Sarissa, that you... I'm sorry, Mayor. I know I shouldn't have waited this long to tell you. No, child, there's nothing for you to apologize for. This is wonderful news. An entire race of brothers and sisters we thought we'd lost forever just came back from the dead, Sarissa. I like your take on things, Dairon, but this brings up some serious issues. That Newman Reeve trashed the ruins, then went straight for our throats. I have no idea what his motives were, but I don't think he was looking to make new friends with us. Sarissa, as a Newman yourself, what can you tell us about him? Could I ask you to share your knowledge with us? What's that sound? Sound? You don't hear it? That whistling? It sounds like something streaking through the air. I hear it now. It sounds familiar. No, no, no! Mr. Mayor, we have an emergency. Distress signals from nearby cities report the impact of large unidentified objects apparently fallen from orbit. Swarms of unknown hostiles are attacking. What? What's happening? Where are they coming from? No, the details can wait. The city is in danger. Alert all active hunters. Tell them to brace for the assault immediately. Form a defensive line and get all citizens indoors. Yes, sir. And contact the other cities in the area. Open a line of communication so we can offer support as needed. Right away, sir. Can things get any stranger? First, the Newmans are back from the dead. Now it's raining hostiles from space. Well, it looks like things are about to get busy. Tell us what we can do. I regret to burden you after just getting back from your last job. Do you mind? Absolutely not. It was the selfless work of others that got me this body. I would do no less for my fellow citizens. Sarisa, what is it? You seem unwell. Are you exhausted from the last mission? What? Oh no, I'm fine. It's nothing. I'm sure it's nothing. Your pulse is irregularly high for that to be the case. Are you certain? Don't worry about her, Ogi. If she says she's alright, she's alright. We should go help with setting up a perimeter defense. There'll be time to talk about all the nitty-gritty afterwards, right? Right. Morning, Brightstar. You sleep well? For a 2-day showdown, it felt like weeks. Those things are vicious. At least it looks like things have cooled down for now. Hey, Ogi, I'm guessing you're here to see the mayor too? Yes, he asked me here. I see I wasn't the only one. But where is Sarisa? Is she not with you today? I'm guessing we'll see once we get inside. The mayor wouldn't bring all of us here under these circumstances unless it was important. Hello, Brightstar, Kai, Oki. Thank you for coming. We've been waiting for you. Hello. What's going on, Mayor? Sarisa asked me to gather you all here today. I'm sorry, guys, but we don't have any more time. I know I'm the one who wasted it all, but if we don't act soon, it'll be too late, and there will be no turning back the clock. Turning back the clock after what? Just 1 second now. Are you really sure you're ready to do this? I mean, the same applies to you. Once you tell us, there's no turning back the clock, Sarisa. You may be right. Even so. Brightstar, Kai, Ogi, I need you all to listen carefully to what I have to say. For the sake of everyone's survival, and for the sake of our friendship. Just as long as you're sure. I'm ready when you are, Sarisa. Lay it on us. Okay, here goes. First, those shooting stars are descent pods, like the ones we Newmans used to come here from the moon. What? My. The moon. Meaning the one that floats in the sky at night? The moon? That's right. We Newmans were born and raised there, on this moon's surface. This is a bit difficult to take in. I believe what you're saying is true, but it's a bit hard to process. That does explain why we've never encountered Newmans living on the surface before. So, why come down here now? Those were our orders. No, I suppose it'd be more accurate to say it was prophesized. Haha, Wolfric. Prophesized. Care to elaborate on that one? I can try. Captain Reeve was the one in command of the landing team, but he was taking orders from even higher up. I've never seen our leader in person, just seen relief carvings and statues of her. Wait, you've never seen her? Right, not in person. And not just me, that goes for most Newmans. All of us, probably. I'm sure Reeve hasn't either. I've heard everything operates in accordance with spoken commands she delivers remotely. Not that I've ever heard her voice myself, either. So, you can't see her, or hear her, but her rule is absolute? It's as if she's some kind of deity. A deity might be the most accurate way to describe her. So it was by Mother Trinity's prophecy that we came here to the surface. And that's the name drop right there. Mother Trinity is the one that is involved in all this here. Her word is the law, so I obeyed. Mother Trinity. That explains Reeve's reference to a life-giving mother. I see. I find it strange that a people should follow a leader who hides herself from them, but that's unimportant now. What was the nature of the orders you were given? Our mission was twofold. First, we were to monitor the human society on the surface. Second, we were to prevent humans from unearthing the old technology, by lethal force if necessary. Were you told why? We were taught that humans were the ones who reduced the planet to the wasteland it is today. That they chased off the Newmans, forced the caste into slumber, and drove the world around them to ruin. That's why we had to monitor them now, to make sure that they didn't repeat the same mistakes again. That was the mission Mother Trinity gave us. That tale reeks of bias, but I suppose I'm biased myself as a human. Still, could our forefathers have done that? Facts aside, 5 minutes with that Reeve guy will tell you that these people are given a pretty skewed education. I agree with you. I was a product of that education, too. At first I believed it, but the longer I spent here, the more I started doubting. I got to be so confused, I didn't think I could trust anything anymore. Anything but one fact, anyway. That whatever happened in the past, the people I saw living here today were trying their hardest to live good lives. Which is why you stood up for us to him. At least this explains why he was so determined to destroy the ruins. He was afraid we would gain too much knowledge from them, and abuse it. Thankfully, there are Newmans willing to look past their preconceptions to see us as peers. They aren't all enemies. Teresa, you give me hope for a day when Newmans can join in our society, but for now, the threat remains. Back to those descent pods, as you called them. What are the hostiles being released from those pods? Guard robots. They handled security and defense on the lunar surface. I'm sure Reeve reported to Mother Trinity that humans and castes pose a threat to our survival. Which led her to sic those robots on the cities where the population's the densest. Do you suppose we could meet with her to convince her that we desire peace with the Newmans? Honestly, I couldn't say. We'd have to give it a try. The problem is getting there. It's true, we have no means of space travel here. Do you have any way of communicating with the moon, Teresa? I don't. We were told that secure wireless communication on the surface wasn't possible. And I assume that, as the name implies, descent pods only travel one way. But how was that how was the team sent to the surface meant to get back home, then? Remember Reeves' aircraft? It's capable of spaceflight. Everything else was built to be disposable. Understandable. Assuming the surface population is hostile, one wouldn't want to allow them access to the moon. Unfortunately, that leaves us with little recourse. Actually, you're in luck, as it just so happens... Wait, what? Have you been keeping some new secret weapon under wraps or something? I only wish. Sorry, it was a joke. If we had that sort of technology, we'd have used it long before now. A joke? Okay, first off, not funny. Second off, we're in real danger here. Stop wasting time. Wasting time? Why, it's at times like these a little bit of levity is most... I'm sorry, you're right. It wasn't amusing in the least. I'll stop. I promise. There must be some way. Like a teleporter to the moon? A teleporter to the moon? Come on, Brightstar, if that existed, we'd know by now. We can't... No, wait. A teleporter to the moon. Maybe, just maybe. Back home, I had this book of stories. I guess they were more legends than historical fact, but still. One story I read talked about a gate of light that connected the moon to the surface world. I don't suppose they meant the celestial pillar. That's what I'm wondering. That was my first thought when I saw it here. I can't say for sure, but it could be. Fantastical as it sounds, I suppose it is possible. Wait, a gate of light? Why does that sound familiar? Ah, there. In this body's submemory, I'm showing instances of that term. One instance contains at least partial directions to the site. I'd call this Providence. That, and we don't have any other leads to go on. Looking for a road to the moon. It sounds like a pipe dream, but we'll have to trust in it for now. I'd like to ask the four of you to find that gate, if it exists, as soon as possible. I'll handle the guild side of things. You can take it on as a quest. I'm not asking you to fight alone. As soon as I can restore some order to the city, I'll send more hunters along. That's pretty much all I need to know. Let's start walking towards the pillar. Whoa, you think we're walking there? Brightstar. By the time we get there, the city will be dust. Ogie says he's got directions. Let's plug those into the teleporter here and go from there. Let's go. All our hopes go with you. Meanwhile, I'll prepare the city for every contingency I can think of. Alright. So it looks like we've got ourselves another mission here. What I want to do is I want to take a quick 3 to 5 minute break here, and then we are going to continue on. So please stand by, everyone. I will be right back.